and welcome to my channel. I am coming to you today to bring you the Biscotti Silk Kit Clutch Folio made by Doreen at Ooh La La Vintage Treasures. And first I'll start by showing you the digital kit that I created from. And it starts with a lovely background page of these beautiful vintage looking roses in the neutral colors. This whole kit is a neutral kit, and I absolutely love the vintage vibe that you get with this kit. It's so beautiful. So that is your background page, and then you get inner page you can use for like a lining, and this is like a silk looking page with a little pocket. I think that's just lovely. And then oops, put that down so I can shift the pages. Then you get a couple collage pages, and these are so lovely. You can do so much with these. Look at the beautiful doilies and the writing and the beautiful bows and the lace. I just love it. So that is one, and then there's several others. Here's another, and look at this one with the beautiful satin looking fabric with the lovely roses. And look at the detail and dimension to these florals. I just think that's so pretty. And then there's another one I skipped over. Let me grab that. Another one there. So pretty. And then you get some pages that you can use to make belly bands and pockets. You can cut out these to become a belly band. You could fold that as a beautiful envelope or a pocket. Some little tuck spots here and there. And the same with this. You can either make journaling cards or tags, or you could cut those to make pockets and tucks. And then you get a page of ephemera. Here's some little corner pockets, some beautiful brooch ephemera, and then this one could be folded into an envelope, could be made into a beautiful tuck spot, a wide belly band somewhere. That would be so gorgeous. I absolutely love it. And here is her information, which I will also post down in the comments below. But it's designed by Ooh La La Vintage Treasures, the Biscotti Silk Kit Clutch Folio. And I printed mine for this project on fabric. I got some canvas fabric that I ran through the printer, and it came out so lovely. I just love the colors and the textures of this. On the back, it's just like a silk or a satin. Okay, Martha, get it out. It's like a smooth texture on the back. You can print on the back. I have done this for a previous kit. I printed one of the this lining page on the Azure clutch. I printed that on the inside of the fabric, and it turned out really well. So this can be printed on both sides, but you will get the better texture on the front. So with that being said, this is the clutch that I created. I just think it's absolutely beautiful. I love how the lace looks with the beautiful floral print. On the front here, I used a vintage lace that had a little netting, and then I put an underlayment of netting and lace, and I tucked and kind of pin tucked some sari silk here and made some little leaves, and then out of the netting from this longer lace, I cut some little pieces and made some leaves to go with it. And I love the little frayed edges to give it that aged vintage look. And then I added an organza flower with some gold piping trim, and in the center I put this beautiful cameo. I just think that made the most beautiful center to that flower. And the cameo can be removed, so you can use it elsewhere if you'd like. And I did stitch all around the top of the clutch, just to give it a little added interest, and also to make sure that the lace stayed very secure. And I added a little rhinestone bling in gold right there. And on the end, when I gathered this, it left a little foofy end. So I just kind of rolled it up and made a little rosette. and I put a little vintage rhinestone in there. And the rhinestone came from Doreen's Precious Bits kit from her kit club. And I think that just added a lovely little touch, and it kind of ties in with the gorgeous stones on the brooch. So then on the back, that beautiful lace with the netting, I think I just love how it looks over the printed digital. You can still see the digital, but it gives you a little texture and visual interest. And I just love that look. And I added a couple little vintage doilies to the back, little tiny ones, and added some little pearl and rhinestone centers to that. And I cut some more of the lace from this piece and just made a little foofy tuck underneath the doilies to give it a little layering and some texture. And I think it just turned out lovely. The trim, vintage trim on the bottom with the sequins and rhinestones give it a little sparkle, but not too much. It just kind of enhances the centers of the doily flowers. I just think that's lovely. So then inside, we will open it up and take a look. And I love how this little scalloped lace netting, I kind of gathered it and gave it just a little texture and dimension. I love how that looks. And I lined it with some ivory colored piping. And then I cut out a piece of one of the digitals and I made a little belly band. And I did print this on fabric, so that is a fabric piece, and I stitched it down so it's nice and secure. Added just a little bit of bling there. And then I lined the inside of the clutch with another piece of printed fabric. So you can kind of see in there, it goes all the way down, and that way when you tuck something in, you still have the pretty print in there. And it gives it some heft. So you can see it's pliable. It's not terribly stiff, but it's not real flimsy either. So you can tuck some good things in here. And then I added a beautiful applique. So a wedding applique with some pretty sequins and pearls. And I left this plain because I wanted to see the beautiful print in there. This kit, the prints in this kit are so lovely and so vintage looking. I don't want to over embellish, so I thought that that looked really pretty. I just did add a little piece of thin vintage lace up here to finish off that edging. And I gusseted the sides so you have a little bit of room. And my plan for this is to tuck a journal inside. And up here in the belly band, from the journal I'm making, which I'll show you in just a moment, it's a work in progress, there's a few little beautiful little cards that I cut out to make tags from. And I'm using the La Parisienne Fashion Boutique kit to coordinate with the Biscotti Silk Clutch kit. And the La Parisienne will be my journal that I'm making. So I had the extra cards from that, and I thought you can just tuck a few of those in there for future use for someone. And then I also had, from the printed fabric, I fussy cut some of the roses. I cut a rose out of one of the pages, and a bow from another kit, and some of the brooches, and those can be tucked in as well for the recipient to use for future projects. So you can still see all of the beautiful print around there, and it's just not overdone. This one I wanted to make very sweet and vintage and not do too much to it. So inside of this is my work in progress. I am making, oh, there's my guard dog, excuse him. I am making a journal, and this is my work in progress. These are my 4 signatures. And this is out of the La Parisienne Fashion Boutique kit. And I thought the colors coordinated so nicely with this Biscotti Silk Folio kit. And it'll just tuck right in there when I'm finished with it and fold up very nicely. It's a little bulky right now because I've got things tucked in there. But this we will look at another date when it's finished. We'll revisit the clutch, put that all back in there, and put it all together for you. But I was so excited about how this turned out, I wanted to hop on and show you. And also on this, I did not put a closure on here yet because the weight of the brooch really holds this flap down nicely. And since it's a journal in there, it won't have a lot of little bits and pieces to float around and fall out. So we're going to see how that works after I get the journal finished and get that tucked in there. If need be, I'll figure out a closure to put on it at a later date. But I didn't want to tie anything around this. I didn't want to flatten out the lovely texture or take away from the front because I think it just is beautiful the way it is. I just love that little tiny sparkle over here to tie in with that, and the lovely layers, just luscious layers of pretty. I absolutely love it. So I thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed it as much as I did making it. And I will post Doreen's information below so you can hop on over to her Etsy shop and see all of her lovely digitals. One is just more outstanding than the next. I can't decide which one is my favorite. I have been enjoying working with these kits, and I have a little ongoing series project for this biscotti kit, so I hope you'll follow along with me. This is just the beginning of the projects I have designed. I have another one in the works and 2 on deck after that. So I hope you'll follow along. Hit subscribe so you can see the next projects upcoming. And please leave me a comment. Let me know if you like the clutch and what kind of projects you like to do. And hit that subscribe button and help support my channel. I would really appreciate it. So thank you so much for watching again. I hope you have a blessed day. See you in the next video. Bye.